Recently, I found out a way to produce my own potting soil in my own garden. And at the same time, I'm also producing food, enhancing the health of the soil, and I'm also enhancing the health of the whole ecosystem. And I'm attracting a lot of beneficial insects into the garden. So over the last year or two, I've incorporated winecap mushrooms and Staghorn Sumac into the gardenscape. And this is one great way that I've been able to bring those two together to really enhance the life and the health of the entire ecosystem in my local landscape, whether it's a garden, backyard, whatever the case may be. So we can see here that the wine caps are not only a food source for me in the garden, but they also support a whole system, a whole cycle that enhances the health of the landscape overall. And of course, it's not just the wine caps, but it's also the Staghorn Sumac as well. So we can see here it all starts with the sun and with carbon dioxide, right? The Staghorn Sumac takes in the carbon dioxide, and that is used to produce energy for the plant along with the sunlight. The sunlight and the CO2 are taken in by the Staghorn Sumac, and the Staghorn Sumac will take those resources and begin to build different forms of carbon, right? In the forms of cellulose, lignins, and all those complex woody compounds. And then what I can do at the end of the season is to take this product, the branches of the Staghorn Sumac, and turn them into mulch, right, or wood chips. And this is a really good and prime food source for mushrooms such as wine caps, right? And so from this point, the wine caps take over, and to mention those compounds again, those lignins and celluloses, the fungi are unique in that the fungi, such as the wine caps, are able to break down those compounds relatively easily and quickly, right? And they break them down into a rich humus type of soil over time, right? So the wine caps, of course, can be a food source for me, but they can also be a food source or a medicine source for some beneficial insects, such as certain pollinators like bees, and it can also attract and support the life of other insects, maybe some some flies. And then of course the mushrooms produce this rich humus type substrate, loose soil high in organic matter that plants can grow in and they really love and thrive off of. And the wine caps can have beneficial relationships with a lot of different garden crops. It may help them to grow faster, healthier, and it may support their immune system by helping the plants to prepare for any potential attack from other pathogenic fungi. The Staghorn Sumac is also able to attract different kinds of beneficial insects, certain types of native bees and other pollinators, as well as including but not limited to butterflies. And so it can attract all these beneficial insects into the garden, into the landscape. And some of these insects may be predatory against other pest insects, or bringing in pollinators into the garden may help to encourage fruit set in a lot of the crops that we grow, so we get a better quality of pollination. And then also the Staghorn Sumac, of course, also provides a source of incremental shade as long as we keep it pruned, where it can give certain types of crops a bit of a rest from the sun, especially in the hottest months of the year, July, August, when it can get really hot and really dry. And so this incremental shade and these sumac trees are just another way that we can help to hold and keep water in the system, right? To help keep plants healthy and animals and insects in the whole system. And then of course this cycle repeats, where we get that substrate, that rich soil that we can grow crops in. We can harvest some of the soil to produce a really high quality potting mix, at least as per my experience thus far. But also as the Staghorn Sumac continues to populate the area, continues to grow and sprout new plants, right? And the sun continues to shine, and we have this carbon dioxide available in the air, right? This helps to produce more woody biomass that the wine caps can continue to turn into really rich, fertile soil. And so with this whole system, we're able to enhance the health of the entire local landscape, that garden, right, that backyard, whatever the case may be. And we're not just helping it in one way or two ways, we're helping it thrive on multiple levels. And the Staghorn Sumac, some of the berries, right? Some of the berries can also be used as a food source for certain birds, right? It's not necessarily always a prime food source for a lot of birds, but sometimes, especially in the colder months of the year, this is a food that can be relied on by many avian species. So thank you so much for checking out this video on the wine cap mushrooms and the Staghorn sumac, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Take care.